so pleased this afternoon to have Paul Fry's nephew, Keith Fry, to talk about Paul.
I want to issue a couple disclaimers. My name is really Keith Wolf. And secondly, Miss Allman and Paul Fry did their best to make a singer out of me. I had Miss Allman in elementary school. Paul got a hold of me and sent me to some workshops, singing all the different tenor and
working on you.
and so it didn't carry. My brain's good, but it's slow. I couldn't read the music, and I couldn't get the music on the page to go in my ear. And the only way I could sing it is if I was a tenor, so if I was by a good tenor and he was singing and we'd done it about 3 times, I could almost get there, but I'd be a split second later than he would. So my singing career was short.
That's all right.
But anyway, Paul Fry was born in Welford, South Carolina. His father worked for the Southern Railroad, and the family was from Rowan County, but he was a station manager, so he worked in a bunch of different towns along the railroad in North and South Carolina, maybe another state. He received a Bachelor of Arts degree in English from Davidson College. Afterward, Paul went to Appalachian State to obtain his Master's of Arts in Music Education. He continued his education at North Carolina State University, University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and Westminster College. In 1933, Paul came to Albemarle after teaching at Mount Pleasant Collegiate Institute, and that's in there's still a building there.
Yeah,
There used to be North Carolina College, and then several different things were in there. I've been in there before, but I didn't know that he taught there. And at Waynesville High School, I think that's Waynesville in North Carolina. And let me get where I am. Let's see. He began as a teacher of civics and Latin. He began the choral program at Albemarle Senior High School and later at Albemarle Junior High School. Paul had a wry sense of humor and a high standard of learning, which made him a popular teacher. His choral concerts were enjoyed by students, parents, and a broad range of Stanley County residents. Paul's high school chorus would routinely receive superior ratings in statewide competition. For 35 years, Paul was the organist and choir director at the First Presbyterian Church right here. And as an aside, when he was here doing that, and my parents moved to Albemarle after they got married, and my mother was a Lutheran and my father was a Methodist, and they both decided to come here. So that's how I became a Presbyterian. Like his music in the public schools, Paul used humor and good technique to bring beloved music to his congregation. Through his musical network, he also brought a variety of musicians to assist him in the music here. Paul Fry was a founding member of the Community Concerts and the Stanley County Community Arts Council, and Stanley County Arts Council. He was a charter member of the Stanley County Genealogical Society. And I knew that side of him because he was always going around to different courthouses and doing research on our family. So he got me interested in that. Paul was an institution in North Carolina music circles and served as the president of the North Carolina Music Educators Association, a charter member of the American Choral Directors Association. Paul was the first Southern Regional Director of the American Choral Association and served as the first North Carolina chapter president, leaving a lasting mark on the music program of Albemarle Senior High. Paul also established a chapter of the Modern Music Masters at the Albemarle Senior High. When I was growing up, I didn't know any of this. I just knew he was a teacher at school and he played the organ here, and I didn't know any of this stuff. During his retirement years, Paul had more time to pursue his other interests, gardening and family genealogy. His yard was a greenhouse and was full of roses and camellias. He had a greenhouse and a yard, and they were both full. He created a hybrid varieties of the camellias, and I think the roses also, and won awards throughout the Carolinas. Paul was a Rotarian and a Paul Harris Fellow. I'm a Rotary person, I should know that. All right. In 1956, Paul was Albemarle's Man of the Year. In 1985, Paul was recognized as a Citizen of the Year by the Albemarle Optimist Club. Throughout his teaching and his performing as organist and choir director and other variety interests, Paul Fry touched countless individuals' lives. His imprint is felt throughout Albemarle and Stanley County. Thank you.
Very good.